Hi, welcome back. You're watching Mid-Cap Radar, and for the market, it's pretty much status quo, just a shade of green on the screen for the moment. All right, let's talk about one of the beneficiaries post the budget, and that's Sterlite Tech. The company is in focus post the budget, where the finance minister has allocated 10,000 crores for the Bharatnet project to enhance rural broadband connectivity. Anupam Jindal, the CEO of Sterlite Tech, now joins in. Hi, Mr. Jindal, good afternoon, and thanks very much for speaking with us. To begin with, can you tell us what was the allocation to Bharatnet last year, so we know how much it's gone up by, and how much of optic fiber cable would this actually help lay out?
Yeah, so it's a very positive move in the sense that last year this allocation would have been in the range of about 5,500 crore, and from that perspective it has been doubled up to 10,000 crore, and it will help expedite this rollout of broadband program for connectivity, connectivity the rural broadband.
Okay, and so what was the amount last year?
5,500.
Last year it was about 5,500 crore.
So it's basically gone up. It's been doubled, you're saying?
It's almost getting doubled. Yeah.
And that 5.5 crore thousand was spent last year, or there would be some spillover into 18?
No, it was actually spent last year.
And how was it spent? I mean, could you give us some details? I mean, where did bulk of that money go? Which companies, private sector, public sector, etc., etc.?
So basically, this money is actually split in terms of fiber cable, then component, and the laying out. So the overall BSNL through BBNL is coordinating the entire rollout program. And Sterlite plays, at least in this current program, Sterlite is purely playing a cable supply role in the past allocation so far. And we have got about almost like 40% market share in the country for fiber in the country. While we have a global presence as well, but in the country we have almost like 40% market share, and similar share we had in the past rollout programs. Okay. And going forward, that the allocation is doubling up. We are looking at a volume from the same will go up. The government is also looking at, unlike the past implementation where BBNL and BSNL, they used to have buyout of the fiber cable separately and laying out the rollout separately. They may look at integrated approach where they can simply look at somebody rolling out the program in totality as a turnkey supply and execution. And Sterlite, being an integrated solution provider, can look at that opportunity. So from our perspective, the opportunity can actually multiply, not just being the cable supplier, but also look at this opportunity more holistically in a large volume.
Okay, so if this integrated approach were to come in, what could be the possible size of opportunity for you?
See, we just need to look at the numbers. I mean, how the opportunity will be spread out.
What I mean is, how different is it from just being the optic fiber cable supplier? So
from our perspective, if it gets converted into an integrated opportunity, it can be at least 3 to 4 times more than what we supply pure as cable. So from that perspective, the revenue size could be 4 times of a normal fiber cable supply.
Right. Mr. Jindal, what is the value of this 40% share? So let's take last year, because you said all the money was spent, 5,500 crores. But that was for BSNL to spend. BSNL would have spent it, part of that money on buying optic fiber. So I'm just asking you, what was in value terms, what was 40% last year?
Yeah, so from our perspective, our sales in the cable supply would have been close to about 100 odd crore in this. So from that perspective, 5,500 crore, the cable supply would have been about that amount. But from 10,000 crore, it will definitely double up if we were to maintain that share, or it may go up significantly higher if we were to look at an integrated approach.
So the value of this, the value of optic fiber is about last year was about 200 crores approximately.
Yeah, 200-250 crore towards this project.
Of which you got about 100 odd crores last year, right?
Yes,
so this year it could be 400 crores, and if you maintain the share, it could be proportionate.
Yeah, so we are still looking at how the government is working on implementation of this scheme, and accordingly what number will work out. I mean, these numbers have just come out while we are also looking at how we can play a larger role in the rollout of this, because this will be a massive program for the country.
All right, Mr. Jindal, for the moment.
Just one question. Just out of curiosity, Mr. Jindal, where does the bulk of the, because this is minuscule, 200 crores out of 5,500 crores for the purchase of optic fiber. Where does bulk of the money go in this program?
So it actually goes in various other active equipments which are also required for rolling out. Then there are cable ducts, and then the execution on the ground. So ROW also forms a large part of this cost. And then execution on the ground, basically digging and laying the cable.
No, who are the other suppliers to BSNL? I mean, in the private sector, who are large participants in this program?
So I think this opportunity gets significantly segregated into large unorganized kind of players, because a lot of players at local level play into that execution role.
All right, Mr. Jindal, we leave it at that. Thanks very much for joining in, and congratulations also on a strong set of numbers for Q3. A quick break. We'll come back in a bit, and up next, we'll get another view on the budget, this time from S&P Global Ratings.